While a majority of the Texas House Republican caucus voted for David Cook, the Democrats and a minority of Republicans backed Dustin Burrows and installed him as Speaker. This is Wednesday, January 15th, 2025.
Texas Scorecard presents the day's first news for the Lone Star State. The Texas Minute, with your host, Michael Quinn Sullivan.
Well, we're halfway through the week. Thanks for spending part of this Wednesday with the Texas Minute. After having his job threatened by the governor, Texas A&M President Mark Welsh has beat a hasty retreat from a left-wing conference. More on that coming up. An administrator in the Dallas Independent School District has been exposed for coaching parents on how they can allow their boys to play in girls' sports by circumventing current state law. Mahogany Gaston works as the Support Services LGBTQ Youth Coordinator at Dallas ISD. A journalist from Accuracy in Media posed as a parent for an undercover video in which she asked Gaston how her transgender daughter, who was born a male, could play in the girls' sports leagues. Gaston assured the journalist that the school would take the side of the so-called transgender student, even if a smaller female student got injured on the field. Trustees in the Carroll Independent School District are considering several new courses to offer during the 2025-2026 school year that includes instruction on the Bible and its impact on Western civilization. Other courses under consideration would focus on career preparation. School trustees were told that adding the courses wouldn't impact the district's budget. Just hours after the new legislative session kicked off, Republican State Representative Dustin Burrows of Lubbock was elected to serve as Speaker of the House, with a majority of his support coming from Democrats to clinch the position. David Cook of Mansfield was the GOP caucus nominee. The election required 2 rounds of voting. In the first round, Burrows received 71 votes and Cook garnered 56. Democrat Anne-Marie Ramos of Houston received 23. In the second round, Burrows emerged victorious with 85 votes, while Cook secured 55. In the 150-seat chamber, 36 Republicans and 49 Democrats supported Burrows. Cook, on the other hand, received 52 Republican votes and 3 from Democrats. 9 members, all Democrats, were recorded as present but not voting in that second round. The Republican Party of Texas has stated it will seek to censure and potentially remove from the primary ballot any Republican lawmaker who didn't support the Republican candidate for Speaker. You can find that list of Republicans who voted for Burrows at TexasScorecard.com. Now, as a sort of humorous aside, many observers, both inside and outside the Texas House, have noted the outsized role that disgraced former House Speaker Dennis Bonnen has played in maneuvering Dustin Burrows into the speakership. Driving that point home, unintentionally, was Bonnen's own brother, State Representative Greg Bonnen of Friendswood. Greg Bonnen was tasked with introducing the new speaker after the vote yesterday. He did so, announcing Burrows as, well, you can just hear it here.
And it's my honor to introduce to you the Speaker of the House, Dennis Bonnen.
Well, I guess that settles that. The Texas Minute will be right back.
The odds of winning the lottery are already slim.
Get ready to play the games of Texas.
But in 2023, with the third largest jackpot on the line, it became nearly impossible for the average Texan to win. It turns out, it's hard to compete against an international gambling syndicate buying up $25 million worth of tickets. How did they pull it off? You might be shocked to learn with the help of the Lottery Commission itself. That's just one of the stories we're uncovering in Season 9 of Exposed. We're pulling back the curtain on the rigged games, political corruption, and corporate scandals that have plagued the Texas Lottery for years. Listen to Exposed, Gateway Drug, and discover the truth behind the numbers.
Exposed, Season 9. Available now, wherever you get your podcasts.
Shortly after Governor Greg Abbott threatened to fire Texas A&M University President Mark Welsh over the university's involvement in a conference enforcing racial exclusions, Welsh reversed course and announced that A&M had withdrawn its participation. Okay, so let me back up here. The PhD Project Conference in Chicago ostensibly promotes diversity in higher education, yet it explicitly excludes white and Asian students from attending. The conference's focus on the left-wing diversity, equity, inclusion ideology would seem to many to be at odds with state law, which prohibits institutions of higher education from participating in such programs. On Monday, journalist Christopher Ruffo revealed that A&M was organizing travel to the conference. Governor Greg Abbott responded to the controversy on social media saying, quote, "Hell no, it's against Texas law and violates the U.S. Constitution. It will be fixed immediately or the president will soon be gone," end quote. Within hours, Welsh announced that the university had terminated its participation in the DEI conference. In a statement to faculty and staff, Welsh wrote that the review and approval for the project had been handled just fine, but that he and his staff had not, quote, fully considered the spirit of our state law. It's worth noting that Welsh has a long history of supporting DEI initiatives, including overseeing DEI recruitment practices at the Air Force Academy and during his tenure as the Dean of the Bush School of Government and Public Service at A&M. You can find the details of all the stories mentioned today and keep up with the latest news by visiting TexasScorecard.com. This edition of the Texas Minute was based on the original reporting of Will Biagini, Emily Medeiros, Brandon Waltons, and Valerie Munoz. It was produced by Nick Shepard in the 1836 studios. I look forward to seeing you out around the Lone Star State. Have a great day.
Thanks for listening to the first news of the day for the Lone Star State. This has been the Texas Minute with your host, Michael Quinn Sullivan.